I have a process for testing these glues to see if they will be suitable for exterior mosaic, glass on mirror or glass on glass. Usually if I'm doing glass on mirror, I would use silicone because you can't see it from the back, but it has a very ugly, bubbly look from the back. So this is a sort of glue I would use if I was working on clear base, like clear glass or acrylic plexiglass. Some interesting names here. Right, let's get to testing them. I'm going to use this clear flat glass as my base for testing, and all these ones here are either textured on one side but flat on the other. This is cathedral glass, so it's uneven, as you can see, and then I'll put some nuggets in as well. So first of all, the main thing I'm going to do is clean all of these very carefully, and then I will etch the glass with the different glue names, because when I put pen on there, eventually with this process it comes off and I lose track of which is which. This is my test panel. I've used 3 different types of glass: a cathedral glass, obviously a nugget or a gem, and a piece of flat glass. I want to see what the bonds do, and as you can see, I've left the glue that's oozed out around the edges because I want to see if that stays clear or changes colour when it's exposed to water. Now I'm going to leave these to dry for at least a week. Now I've had this drying for over a week, so now I'm actually going to put it into a bucket of water and leave it for at least 1 to 2 weeks. You can see with that one there's an air bubble under it. That's a piece of cathedral glass. So it's uneven and I've not put enough glue under there to seal that. And can you see where it's going to the edge there? This might allow water in underneath, but it'll be interesting to see what happens. This panel's only been in water a day, and already you can see some of the glue that is on the outside of the pieces I fixed down are reacting to the water. Some are not. This is Gorilla Clear, and this one down here isn't too bad, but the rest are all going white. Anyway, I'm going to put it back in the water and leave it for another sort of 10 days plus. This panel's now been in water for 2 weeks, and you can see how the various glues have reacted, particularly here. Now, most of them are very clear where the glass is fixed tightly. This one that had an air bubble and that one there, you can see that damp has got in there. That will probably dry clear again, as will all of this. But for some jobs, this may be a problem where it goes white. That one there, and this one here in particular, is absolutely clear still, so this is really useful. Okay, so now I'm going to put this in the freezer and we're going to see how these react. I've just taken this out of the freezer. Tonight I will put it into the oven. So put it into a cold oven at 100 degrees and let it heat up slowly, and then cook it for a little while and see what happens. The experiment is complete. I put this into a cold oven at 100 degrees and cooked it for over an hour. Then let it cool down once I switch the oven off. Most of them, where I've left this glue around the outside, changed colour, and while some of them reverted back to their original colour once they dried out, if this is going to be in the garden, it may often be damp, so you may not want that milky or yellow look to your adhesive. This one remained completely clear throughout the whole process, and this one, which had gaps underneath, are now showing up much more clearly than they were originally. So my recommendation, and this is only my opinion, but it's based on this test that I've been running, would be this glue for a clear glass base, whether it's indoors or outdoors. Silicone is very ugly from the back, whereas this has a sort of medium viscosity. So when you squeeze it out of the tube onto the glass, it will gradually level itself out. It's quite an easy glue to use, and it's available in lots of different sizes.